guys, we're back for finals of nationals. Alrighty, so we've got Muskets versus Mekk Invoked. This should be a very interesting match.
Mekk Invoked. We have Sean versus John.
Yep.
Sean came first in Swiss, which is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely very. We got to see a bit of his deck as well. It was very interesting. He's playing Rainbow Neos.
He's playing that version, is he?
Yeah.
Yes, I had ran into that deck in one of the free weeklies, but he opened both Neos and Rainbow Dragon. It's just a horrible brick. I mean, you can still Neos Fusion from the hand, but you can still go up for two more
Yeah,
playable
it's really
cards.
rough at that point. So I think I can kind of see the point of the idea of the deck though. Like if you just keep throwing down cards and then have your last card be Rainbow Neos, you probably get through quite a lot of disruptions that way. Just Verte at the end.
No, the real spice is to take a Aqua Dolphin and you make a Aqua Neos, destroy a random card in their hand.
Hand loop. Alright, so
There's
here we
Sean
go.
going first, and Sean passes.
Oh wow.
I assume John won the roll and let him go first, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
well, definitely. Um, Alright, so he starts off with a Kid Brave and Desires. Pretty strong opening. Oh, so there's an Ash Blossom.
Still get the Kid Brave. Get to discard the Needle. Draw two. And back to 1600 beatdown.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, Sean should be able to play the game now. He's got something in a column.
Oh, here we go. So normal summon the Alistair.
Yeah, cross domination. Yeah, that's fair. And then Kid Brave effect again.
So he really is cycling through his deck here, which is pretty good.
Did he just go into Secure Gardener here, or? Oh no, he's got purple. Even
Yep.
better. And cross dom's being used, so you don't really care about Desperado. You can just jump out of the way of that one.
Yeah. No, purple's a really good one to start with as well. Especially in a game like this where you know
Just
it's going to
reminds
go
me
over
of
turns.
Wind Up Rabbit.
Yeah.
Just dodging stuff. Deep Prison? Nah, I'll come back later. Yeah, see, Desperado, and then you could just dodge it. I like how you can search Giesu. That is cool.
No, I think Yasu's a really cool addition to this deck. Not necessarily the Invoke deck, but just like the Mekk Knight in general.
Oh yeah, it makes a field spell much more viable because it's an extra Mekk Knight name and you get to dump them really quickly.
Yeah. That card's also really crazy.
Probably just make Morningstar here, I guess. Morningstar, discard, set the secrets, so you can bring back a Mekk Knight and negate an effect. Seems feasible. It's going to be an interesting matchup because the Mekk Knights, he's gonna line up all of his spells with the muskets because he wants to double column.
Aha. Oh, well, here we go. Verte for Neos.
Yes. He opened the Rainbow Dragon. I see people play Rainbow Dark Dragon because if you can get 7 darks, you can actually just summon it yourself.
Oh wow!
Because it counts as a ultimate crystal monster, which Rainbow Neos got eroded to need. It doesn't just need a Rainbow Dragon.
Right, yeah, because they've got different names in the OCG, right?
Yeah, they're called Gem Beasts in Japan, but we got Crystal Beasts. So it's like it's not Rainbow Dragon for them. It's like ultimate gem god, Rainbow Dragon.
Okay, wow. So we've just seen the Nibiru be dropped here.
That's
Um,
one way to deal with Neos. That is one big token.
yeah, well, in Joe's game, we just he had the issue where he just couldn't get over it. It was too big, and then just end up dying next time.
I had a game like that against De Bono where he gave me like a 4,000 token and he couldn't get rid of it because of Lost World. I kept saving it from being destroyed.
Alrighty, yeah. So we've now got Casper coming down.
What do we call buying? Probably Alistair. Oh no. Blue.
Oh.
Unless he's just activating it for the sake of
Yeah,
activating
that's
it.
what I'm thinking. Maybe he's just trying to trigger Casper.
Oh no. No, that makes sense, yeah. Because now Casper will be negated because there's a Mekk Knight in his
Aha.
column. I love the combo of Indigo moving himself to to
Yeah,
negate
anything.
stuff in different columns.
Yeah, no, these cards get pretty crazy once they start cycling out, like over turns. Especially when you've got cards like Alistair to just be able to do every turn as well. Oops, so here comes the
I, I
Dark
love how they're
Lord
both
to. Hmm.
they're both heavy column decks. So it just makes it so much more fun.
Yeah, it creates a really weird dynamic, doesn't it? Because one deck wants cards to be activated in the column, the other deck wants cards to be in the column to summon. So, all right, here, so we're just
You get
seeing
Max
Max
gets to add
Invoked it.
2. This is how we're gonna get rid of the Nibiru token. Let's see. You get purple coming back. That's helpful. Alistair is negated if he tries to use Alistair's turn. No, straight to battle phase.
Hmm. Yep,
I guess
surprised.
you
So
have to force a
Max.
cross storm. Now, if you damage step and then you cross storm the Nightfall? Yeah, that's right. He can't dodge in the damage step, but now the Nibiru token can smash face.
Yep, giving him a chance to maybe try and do something in the main phase too.
Or he could have a Desperado. Yeah,
Oh, there we
he
go.
would have to, yeah. Because he added Last Stand, and it wouldn't make sense to add Last Stand if you didn't have Desperado cross storm in your hand waiting. And it's the end of game 1.
The very swift game one there. So I wonder what the game plan is from here for Sean. Does he have cards maybe in his side deck to go first, or does he just want to let his opponent go first and maybe side some more cards in for going second?
I think he 100% go second against Musket with his deck. It's all column based, so it's going to be a chance where John just summons a Musket, plays like a cross dom in response, triggers the Musket, and then the column's sort of free to start playing stuff in and setting stuff in since the Musket's already activated.
Yeah, for sure. And just I suppose also Max is just an incredibly scary card to face down. So
Yes, Max benefits a lot, obviously going second. So yeah, that's it. You just let John go first. Should just summon and pass. Yep.
well, there we go.
So now you can like say you set an invocation in Kid Brave to trigger the Mekk Knights. Like if John uses like Desperado for just then now this spell card or trap can be activated without triggering the Kid Brave.
Yeah. So he is just gonna Kid Brave, draw some more cards. Oh, meltdown. Here we go. Oh, Ash.
Well,
Called by the
Ash
grave.
and go by the grave for the Ash Blossom. He drew the ash off the Kid Brave too. The muskets give him lights for Mekk, which is very relevant, as we were talking in the last game.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Being able to negate the spells and traps is very relevant. Not the effects, but negate the
Yeah, no, for sure.
activations.
That they would definitely be able to turn the game around here, and especially while John's only got 3 cards left in his hand.
We've got 5 cards now.
Yeah. There we go. So another Mekk
There's a
Knight's going to go down.
purple
Yep.
off the design. You get to banish, get an indigo, because you've already tried to use blue. Or you're going to go for blue. You can only special them once with their column effects. It's weird.
Yeah, maybe he's just gonna try again next turn or something.
Or maybe he already has it in his hand. Who knows?
Aha, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Because we don't know exactly how many Mekk Knights he is playing, but you can only assume he's playing 3 purple, 3 blue, 1 indigo.
Yeah, I didn't see the list. Kind of makes it more exciting when you
Yeah, for
don't know
sure.
what they have and what they can side and what they can do. No cross dom, obviously, because Alistair got to go off. So now Max can get small value, a 1 for 1.
Yeah, for sure. So I do really wonder what's going to happen here, because next turn, Sean's turn should be pretty huge.
Yeah, he's got a blue and a purple's coming back, and he's got Alistair in his hand. Like, pressure's really on
Yeah.
John this game.
Ooh, here we go. So we've got Doc into
This is a
Disguise.
good start, unless Mekk negates. Yes, as I said, you negate the activation. Doc never actually sees the card in the column because Yugioh. That's a hard ruling to explain
Yeah,
to
you know,
people.
absolutely. Oh, here we go,
Well,
Max.
Mekk has been used, and now we get to use Max. Are we going to special or add?
Oh,
We're gonna.
Phantasme.
Oh, that's risky because now add resolution of Max. He'll have 2 monsters, so he gets to add twice. But Phantasme in itself is really good against muskets. Both of the the removal cards, the cross dom and the Desperado, both target.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Maybe trying to protect his Makaba here and push it through for the next time.
I mean, you can special a Casper if you got one in your hand to play, but if it has to be something that doesn't target, yeah, it's going for the special. So maybe a Dancing Needle, then he can trigger a Casper. Oh, the meltdown counts. Oh, of course.
Aha!
I was tunnel visioning on the back row. Oh, this changes a lot now. I mean, we saw Trisbania last game, but who knows what's in John's extra deck. He wanted to show me last night, and I said, no, it
Yeah, no,
makes
save
it
it, right?
more
Save it,
interesting.
yeah.
Well, it just makes it more interesting, as I said. You can, when you don't know what they can and can't do.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Oh, passing. So now Sean's got 2 negates that negate the activation, which are very relevant. A purple's returning and a blue in his hand. And he put the Casper in the column of the spell card, which is fair, because like, if you do end up activating it.
Yeah, for sure. So what I could probably see happening here is oh, never mind.
BLS.
BLS.
I feel like a
Can
Purgatrio is coming.
Musket out this card? They would struggle, right?
I don't think they can. You can't target it because you used the level 7, and it definitely can't be destroyed. I guess you could have, maybe you can get to depending on how many back row and stuff, you could probably just bowl a sword over it. That tends to be what happens to my BLSs.
Right, yeah, no, that's fair.
Either bowl a sword
Wow.
or access code talker. They tend to kill mine.
Oh, here we go. The invocation.
Gonna get what, another macabre? We don't seem to have a fire because the ash was coolbide. Yep. This is one solid Magnite board.
Yes, absolutely.
And the
I
worst
could
part is
definitely
about
see
this.
I could definitely see Neos dropping. Oh, never mind, just game anyway.
Yeah, he can't even use the Casper because Macabre comes out, and at resolution, because of meltdown, your opponent can't any
Right, yeah,
cards.
can't activate anything. Meltdown's very, very good card.
I feel like this is just gonna be similar to game one. Like John will make him go first, Sean Robbie pass or Macabre pass,
Yeah,
and
well,
then
this is the interesting thing is if maybe Sean might have some floodgates or something in his side deck to go first. But for the
it's
most part, I'd
possible.
probably just be
But
expecting what happened.
can't really think of a good floodgate except for anti-spell that
Hmm.
Mekk Knight would contemplate using, like summon limit, and there can only be one.
Yeah,
Kind of
I
hurt.
was thinking maybe there can only be one,
Like all the Mekk Knights are
which would be
psychic,
pretty
I
nasty,
think.
right? Because that means they can't go into max. Or are they different types?
No, they're all fiends. They're light fiends because
Right, yeah, yeah. So
I
maybe there could
remember.
only be one might come in handy here.
I'm not. I don't know if you'd play it in Mekk Knight. You take the risk because all your dudes are psychic, except for obviously your Mekk Knight stuff. I mean your invoke stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely risky for sure. But if you can plant it behind a Mechabo or something, that can usually just be enough.
Well,
So
we
we're
do have a
just gonna see
back
the
row.
Mechaba set one.
I'll assume that's a Call by the Grave or maybe a Cyclone. I mean, Imperial Order would be one hell of a floodgate for Mekk Knights.
Yeah.
They don't care about that except for Invocation. Sadly, even Meltdown won't protect you from Imperial Order.
No, no. Oh, so I wonder what John has here to try and fight this board.
Just your standard Macabre pass. So normal guy, make a max, or try and
Yeah, I
cross Dom,
suppose.
Desperado, force it, then make it max. And at least it needs at least 2 cards.
Here we go. So we're gonna start off with Solemn Judgment. That's
That
interesting.
that is a solid starting card. We're going first.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that basically just ends John's turn,
That should
right?
end the
Yeah.
turn, yeah. Straight up. And he's got the Starfire for another Macabre. So now we see double Macabre if it can't be stopped.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. There's the Cyclone.
Yeah, you don't need to negate this because the column's going to be free anyway. I wonder if he plays 2 Almirage to set up columns for his Mekk Knights. It's
Hmm.
possible.
No, so here we
What are
go.
you
He is going
making?
to link off Mechaba for Alistair.
Yes, it's the Berserker.
And
Now he
I
gets the double fusion.
do believe that if there's no disruption, this might actually take the game.
I think it might be. I mean, he's not triggering Madness's effect because fusion was summoned. You can discard to add another invocation.
Yeah, I think he just
Oh,
did.
oh no, he had both of them because
Oh
he
right,
just put
okay,
one back
never
to the
mind.
deck. This will be 68. Oh no, that's right. Macabre is boosted. Oh my god, he's just going off. Why
Book of the
not?
Law. That's definitely game.
Yep. Block all of this. No Nimbiri. Takes 35. Yep, that
And there
is
we go.
game.
Sean is our national champion for 2020.
Yes, congratulations, Sean. First in Swiss, wins the online national champions of Australia.
Yeah, and with his favourite deck as well. I always love seeing that. Because this is the deck he's known for, so showing everyone that,
Yeah,
still a competitor.
like I really like the deck. It's very flimsy in this kind of meta because sometimes you just can't do anything because you sort of need to go second most
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
time.
well, it's very, very scary making people go second and letting them set up big synchro boards, but sometimes it works out, I guess.
That's right. And that is the end of that.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining me, and yeah, we'll
Uh,
see you next time,
so
guys.
catch you guys.